If you're an independent artist, it's incredibly important that you understand the changes that Spotify is making to how it pays artists this January. So I'm going to break down exactly what they're doing and how it's going to affect you. First, I'm going to quickly explain how they do it currently. Spotify receives money through paid subscriptions and through advertising. That money is then pooled. Some of it Spotify takes and some of it pays back to artists on a regional basis. So if you're here in Berlin, you're in the DACH region, which is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, so German speaking countries. That money is then paid out evenly per stream, which comes out to around 0.003 euros to, if you're lucky, 0.005, depending on your region, and it varies per month. Now, what they're doing next year is changing it so that you have to reach a certain number of streams before you can even start to get paid. There's been a couple numbers floated around, and Spotify being a bit cagey about it, but it seems like about 1,000 is the goal. So to explain how this money is going to pay out, eventually I'm going to label three different artist types. Artist A gets around 1,000 streams per song. Let's say 999, so it's not quite at the limit, but it basically is 1,000. Easier for the math. Artist B makes about 1,000 to 100,000. They're probably living off their music, but not quote unquote successful. Artist C, 10 million streams per song, very successful, living off their music. They're not the only ones getting cuts of their music usually, but just for the sake of the explanation. So the distribution of these artists across Spotify obviously isn't as many people are getting 10 million streams per song as are getting 999 streams per song. So to explain the math, I'm going to say, so there's 50 people in the artist A category for every one in the artist C and about 10 in artist B. And bear with me, sorry, this is getting mathy, but let's say Spotify is paying 33,000 to artists in the month that we're talking about. That'd be 11,050,000 streams, which is split out evenly across artists to zero point 0.3 cent per stream. That's the current model. Now, although users are still paying to listen to artist A music, it's split only between artist B and C, meaning between the 11 million streams that they're bringing in for Spotify, artist A gets zero, artist B gets 0.301 cent, and same for artist C. These are obviously smaller numbers when you're looking at billions and billions of streams. These are accentuated, and the bigger the proportion of artist A's to artist C's, the more money is going to artist C's and not coming into artist A's. I hope that makes sense. Now, the question is this good? Now, if you're artist A, obviously it's a bad thing. If you say, for example, have 500 songs in your catalog and they're all getting around 1,000 streams per year, then you're missing out on 1,500 euros every year. If you're artist B or artist C, it means that your rates are going up, which is great. But Spotify is being very cagey about what this kind of ratio looks like. So we're going to have to find out if they ever become more transparent.